Are you in the market for a power chair with a 600-pound weight capacity? Well, stay tuned to this video review. Hey, I'm Alex from Marcs Mobility. In this video, we're going to show you a Merits Atlantis P710. This is a 600-pound rear-wheel drive weight capacity power chair. Before I get started as well, I want to mention that if you do go down in the description below, we'll have a link to this product. And then we also do sell batteries for this and most other products in the market, so we'll have the link down below. And we are a family business, so if you would like and subscribe to our channel, that does help us as well. So once again, this is a P710 by Merits. This is what a new unit would look like, except for the fact that we did order a swing away with this one. The swing away, I do want to mention, is an optional upgrade, so that does not come standard with the unit. But everything else besides the swing away you are seeing, it is standard. Now these units do come in, I believe, a red or a blue color. We ordered this one in blue. They are going to come standard with a very large seat. This is what they call a 24-inch, which is accurate, 24-inch by about 20 inches in depth. Now, the first thing I want to mention to you is it does have the 600-pound weight capacity, but with this size seat on the unit, you are going to need about 29.5 inches to clear a door frame from outside of one arm to the outside of the other arm. So it is a rear-wheel drive chair, and if you're ever familiar with any type of drive configurations, rear-wheel drive chairs are a little bit harder to drive inside the home if you've never had a power chair before. It is kind of like a manual chair where the front end swings around the back wheels, so you'll see this later on in the video when I do an outside driving demonstration. You'll kind of see how this thing maneuvers, but for outdoor type capabilities, a rear wheel drive is going to be one of the better tracking type chairs because you're going to have your front wheels that will climb over an object and all your power is from the back and you're sitting over your drive wheels with your downwards force. So it is going to get a good amount of traction on the unit and it is going to perform well outside, but just do know this is going to take a little bit more room to turn. Now, I will mention as well that they mention up to 32 miles on a full charge. I don't believe that is a true measurement on this chair. I would probably like to scale that down and say somewhere in that 20 to 25 mile range. Now, you are going to have the large Group 24 75 amp batteries, but I do know that Merits likes to measure their chairs without any weight on it and without any type of terrain. So most people are going to be stopping and going quite a bit in a chair like this. And so all power chairs give you a measurement of a total overall distance of just driving, but once you stop and go, it's similar to in a car. If you're doing city driving as compared to interstate driving, it's kind of that same comparison. Yeah, you're going to get full distance if you're not constantly stopping and going, which takes a lot of draw off your batteries to get your momentum moving forward. Now, this unit is going to have an up to a 5-mile-an-hour top end speed. Once again, just like distance, just like speed, it's going to depend on the weight of the user and the kind of the incline and terrain that you're going to be driving on. It is going to have a pretty good high ground clearance of about 3-inch ground clearance. And it is 31.5-inch turning radius. So just think about that. You're going to need to double that number at least to be able to turn around in a circle. So you are going to need somewhere in that mid-60s up to close to 70 inches to turn this in a circle, which I will show you when we go outside later on here in this video as well. Now, before they used to have air tires on here, they switched over to solid tires. So you might see some specs online that say air tires. I do want to show you that these units do ship with solid foam filled tires. They are a 12-inch tire in the back, and it is a little bit wider of a tire as well. So you're 12 inches by about 3.5 inches in the back. And then you are going to be about a 9-inch tire in the front by about 3 inches. So 3.5-inch wide. 3 inches wide in the front, so those are going to be a little bit wider tires, which will help you navigate in some different types of terrains. Armrests do flip up on either side for easy access, but based on where these arms are positioned, they're a little bit farther forward. So do note, if you are going to flip your armrests, you are not really going to slide transfer on this type of chair unless you were to remove your arm. It's not hard to remove. In the back underneath over here, there is going to be a little Allen wrench that some manufacturers send. Yeah, they send the Allen wrench with the owner's manual. So you could loosen that up and physically take the arm off if you wanted to slide transfer, but just letting you know, with the arm straight up in the air, it is going to have some obstruction. Well, not some, it would have obstruction for slide transferring. Now, this is not standard, but I did want to show you, I ordered one for this With the swing away option, what that does is swings the joystick to the side of the arm. It lets you pull up closer to a table, and or when you get in and out of the unit, you don't have to push off the end of the joystick. You can reach back and grab the armrest to be able to push off of when getting in and out of the chair. What makes this unit nice is, one, the power, two, the seat size, and also what people really like about this unit is going to be the footplate size. So the footplate size on the P710 is 16 inches across at the widest point, and at the deepest point you are at a little over 12 inches. So 16 by 12 is going to be the footplate measurement. There is a little bit of depth adjustability here as well on the footplate, and then I think also a little bit of height adjustability as well, based on where this mounts on the particular unit. I'm going to go ahead and turn this unit over here around to the back. Before I do that, the seat does have a handle over here on your right hip. That's going to be the recline position, so maybe 105 degrees, that would be 90. Seat does fold down forward, so sometimes we get this question as well, is what is the overall height when you're trying to load this in a vehicle. So it's going to be probably, if you took your headrest off, the joystick knob, which is going to be about 31.5 inches. I'd say 31.75 inches. Now, the seat also sits on 4 posts, so you are able to adjust what height this seat to ground height is. How this one came in currently set up, I'll get you that measurement as well. You're going to be at about 24 inches top of the seat to the ground. You can drop it down 1 hole and get to 23 inches as well, but just note 23 is going to be your lowest seat to ground height. Because some people, that does make a difference getting under tables, or if you're really short, it's a little bit harder to get in and out of the unit. So now when I bring this around to the back side, over here in the back you have anti-tip wheels, and then you're going to have 2 levers right up underneath here. You're going to see where it says manual brake release. Here's your 2 levers. If you were to push those levers down, it's going to put it in freewheel, allow you to drive the unit around, or push the unit around, excuse me. But you do have to be up in the locked position to be able to drive the unit. It will not drive when it's in freewheel if it does not recognize the electromagnetic brakes. You're going to have a built-in docking device here in the back as well, so rear accessory like a basket, oxygen tank holder, and a few other accessories they sell can mount right here in the back. And then you're going to have a storage pouch in the back as well, which is going to be where your charger will come and where you can store your charger if needed. So that's pretty much it on the P710. So really, I'm going to go outside and drive this around and give you a little bit extra opinions on the unit. So go ahead and follow us out there. So what we have here is that Merits P710. Once again, this is that rear wheel drive unit. So this is what I'm talking about, where I mean the rear wheels kind of stay in place and the front end swings around. We'll show you with that picture overlay or video overlay as well, kind of what that means of how to navigate around your house. But you can see this has some really large tires, a really large footplate up here in the front. So I mean, I wear a size 12 shoe, and pretty much both my feet I can angle outwards like this and almost completely keep both my shoes on the footplate itself. It does have the adjustable back. That's going to be the reclined position. Armrests are able to expand out, but do note all the way in the in position you are going to be at 29.5 inches outside of armrest to outside of armrest, and you do sit a little bit higher off the ground, being this type of higher frame and the higher ground clearance on this chair. You're going to be 23 to 24 inches top of the seat to the ground. But this thing does go 5 miles an hour, so it does have quite a bit of pickup. And I can tell you, I've had some heavier set people that like to take these on trails out in Oregon and Washington and really kind of test these to the limits, and they're very, very thrilled with the power and performance of this product. So if you're looking for something that is going to have a 600-pound weight capacity rear wheel drive unit, this is probably one of the best on the market today.
Hi, I'm Marc.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marcs Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.